But listen, as bad as Florida was, Kev, in this past week because of the storm, at least it wasn't Detroit. Would have been so much worse.
You know, this is my whole thing. People say, why aren't you voting for Trump? Why? I can't believe you're going to vote for Harris. Okay, just on the simple fact that a human being who's trying to get votes at a campaign stop is trying to come across as to being the person that you should choose if you haven't made up your mind at this point, and he stands in front of a podium which clearly has the word Detroit on it, and he says that if you vote for Kamala, uh, every city will be like Detroit. Can we get a?
Yeah, let's hear some audio.
That's
This is real, guys. This isn't AI.
Talking about today is high on her list. The whole country is going to be like, you want to know the truth? It'll be like Detroit. Our whole country will end up being like Detroit if she's your president. You're going to have a mess on your hands.
He's speaking in front of the Detroit Economic Club,
yeah.
by the way.
So in other words, one of the few major metropolitan areas, especially in that region, that has gained manufacturing jobs, has increased in population. Economically, the city is like, put it this way: a city is growing is when you go down there during a business week and you can't find parking. That's when you know a city. Like, you used to be able to go down to Detroit and I mean you could park in front of whatever the fuck you wanted to. You want to get sushi? I'll park right fucking in front of it.
Pull right up to that
Yeah.
the former plant right there with no windows.
I'm going. I'm just gonna. Yeah. I'm just gonna put my truck in center field for the game. So Tigers. Unfortunately, the Tigers didn't beat Cleveland, but we were in the playoffs for the first time in 10 years. Lions are doing very well. The fever in Detroit is unbelievable sports wise. People. I mean, we had 500,000 people for the NFL draft. I mean, it's like if you were to look, especially if you grew up there and you were there when it was I think number 4 in the country, maybe number 5 when I was a youth in population of cities. We used to be in front of Philadelphia, and it was then this the blight of what Detroit became. It was horrible. I'd come home, man. And everybody moved north, and everybody just they got the hell out of Detroit, and there were the stickers on the back of people's cars. The last one out of Michigan, turn off the lights and everything else. And for it to rebound like it has, and to have Donald Trump come, it just shows you how out of touch he is on so many levels. Because you know what? There's probably not a whole lot of billionaire friends of his. The Illiches, the cat that owns the Cavaliers. They put it that guy. I don't know what his name is.
But wasn't this a perfect 1970s heel moment for Trump? Like when Ivan Koloff would take the mic and talk about, run down the city you're in, cheap heat.
I think the only thing missing was a hak
tour, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's so reminded me.
Fuck Detroit. You're the piece of shit. You're a fucking bad. Nash is from Detroit. Of course he is. It's Scott Hall, that motherfucker.
Who's the big jabroni driving us?
I'm not a jabroni chic. Of course not. Detroit Economic Club.
So, all right. So here's the question that any civilized, cogent well-adjusted human asks themselves, did he forget where he was? It's the only explanation. He's not that dumb that he would walk out.
If I was on his campaign, I would just walk up to him. I'd pull him aside and go, "Dude, you're done. Like this is done. This is done. We're wasting our time here. Maybe we can go to Flint and get 4 people to vote for you there before this fucking hits the news."
So they should have done what they did to Biden right after the first debate. You're done.
Yeah, you're done.
You're done. Throw JD out there, right?
Jeez, man.
Some feedback.
So,
yeah.
If my vote was up in the air, it's no longer. You can't diss my city, dog.
Yeah.
My wife and I were in the hotel room during the storm, and we're watching TV, and the Amanda commercial came out. She goes, "Oh, that's your stuff."
That's our stuff. That's right.
I said, "Yep," because I mean they're very distinct when those products sit on the counter.
Yeah, I love when that happens. When we break something new and they start on the podcast and then they're on TV. I feel like it feels like your kids made it a little bit.
I see Blue Chew on the TV now.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of our stuff makes it